What if I told you that in just 7 days your local supermarket could look like a ghost town? No milk, no bread, no toilet paper, nothing on the shelves. Sounds like a bad dream, right? But trust me, if a major crisis hits, and experts say it's not a matter of if, but when, the things you rely on every single day will vanish faster than you can say panic buying. I'm Jake Thompson,
And today we're diving into
something most people don't want to think about, but absolutely need to. We're talking about the 10 things that will disappear from store shelves in the first week of any major disaster, whether it's a cyber attack, supply chain collapse, economic crash, or natural catastrophe. This isn't fear-mongering, this is reality. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch out for and how to protect yourself before it's too late. Stick around, because number one might shock you, and honestly, it's already happening. Let's start with the big picture.
Most Americans assume that food and supplies are always just a grocery run away, but here's the cold, hard truth. The entire U.S. supply chain runs on something called just-in-time delivery. That means stores don't stockpile much. They get new shipments every 1 to 3 days, no delays, no backups. Everything arrives exactly when it's needed. Sounds efficient, right? Until it's not. Once trucks stop moving, whether from fuel shortages, cyber attacks on distribution centers, or major storms, shelves go empty fast. Studies show that most supermarkets carry only about 3 days' worth of inventory at any given time. So when the system breaks, you've got a ticking clock, and according to FEMA, in the event of a national emergency, it could take up to 2 weeks for aid to reach everyone. That means for the first 7 days, you're on your own. So what vanishes first? Let's count them down. Number 10, fresh meat. Think about it. Beef, chicken, pork, anything refrigerated.
These items have a short shelf life and require constant cold storage from farm to shelf. Once power goes out or delivery trucks stop running, supermarkets stop restocking fresh meat within 48 hours. And here's the kicker. Even if people aren't panicking, stores can't keep it safe without refrigeration. So within 3 days, it's either sold out or thrown away. And once it's gone, it's not coming back until the supply chain restarts. So if you're thinking, I'll just cook chicken later, sorry, that's not happening. In a crisis, fresh protein becomes a luxury. Number 9, milk and dairy. Same story, different product. Milk has to be kept cold, delivered fast, and sold quickly. Most milk on shelves is only a few days old. No deliveries, no more milk. And don't think powdered milk will save you. Most stores don't carry large quantities of it. Plus, people forget that cheese, yogurt, and butter also fall into this category. In a week-long disruption, these basics vanish.
I spoke with Lisa Morgan, a former grocery manager from Ohio, and she told me, in the first real crisis we had during the winter storm of 2022, milk was gone by day 2. People were fighting over the last gallon. That's how fast it happens. Dairy is fragile, and in a breakdown, it's one of the first things to go. Number 8, baby formula. This one hits hard, and it should. For parents, formula isn't just food, it's survival for their child. But here's the scary part. Baby formula has complex supply chains, often imported or made in limited facilities. When the formula shortage hit in 2022, we saw how quickly panic sets in. Shelves were empty for months. Now imagine that during a nationwide emergency, hospitals and pharmacies might prioritize it, but retail stores, gone in hours, and unlike other foods, you can't just substitute it. There's no backup plan.
One mom in Texas, Sarah Jenkins, told me, when the hurricane warnings came, I rushed to 3 stores, all empty. I had 3 cans left. That was it. In a crisis, formula becomes one of the most valuable items on the planet, and one of the first to disappear. Number 7, prescription medications. You might not think of pharmacies as part of the grocery run, but most big stores have them. And in a crisis, access to medicine can mean life or death. Insulin, heart meds, asthma inhalers. If people can't get refills, they're in serious trouble. So pharmacies don't keep massive stockpiles. Once their current supply is gone, they can't order more without power, internet, or delivery. And during emergencies, demand skyrockets. People rush to fill prescriptions early, just in case. In the aftermath of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, some patients went weeks without critical meds. So if you rely on daily medication, listen up, don't wait. Keep at least a 2-week supply on hand, ideally a month, because once the crisis hits, that bottle you need might be impossible to find. Number 6, fuel. Yes, gasoline. Now this one's not on grocery shelves, but it affects everything. No gas, no delivery trucks, no ambulances, no way to evacuate. Gas stations rely on constant deliveries and electronic payment systems. When power fails or supply lines break, pumps stop working, even if there's fuel underground. And people? They panic. In the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack of 2021, we saw lines of cars stretching for miles, people filling up plastic jugs, gas selling for $10 a gallon on the black market. Within 3 days, most stations in affected areas were dry. And here's the scary truth. The average gas station only has about 3 days of fuel in storage. So when the crisis hits, fuel becomes currency. And once it's gone, movement stops. No fuel means no food deliveries. It all collapses.
Number 5, water.
Bottled water. You know it's important, but most people don't realize how fast it vanishes. During Hurricane Harvey in 2017, bottled water disappeared within hours. People were buying cases upon cases, hoarding it like gold. And here's why. Even if your tap water is technically safe during disasters, people don't trust it. Boil advisories, contamination risks. Bottled water becomes the only option. Stores can't keep up with demand. One warehouse manager in Florida told me, "We had 1,000 cases arrive at 7 a.m. By 9 a.m., they were gone. Trucks couldn't reload fast enough. The rule of thumb, you need 1 gallon per person per day for drinking and sanitation. For a family of 4, that's 28 gallons for just 1 week. Most people don't have that, so when the crisis hits, water wars start fast. Number 4, batteries. Small, cheap, easy to overlook until your flashlight dies in the dark.
Batteries, especially AA and AAA, fly off the shelves the second trouble starts. Why? Because everything runs on them. Flashlights, radios, medical devices, even some water purifiers. When the power goes out, people scramble. And stores don't stock thousands of packs, they rotate based on normal sales. So when demand spikes, gone in hours. I remember during the California blackouts in 2019, one store sold out of batteries in under 2 hours. And once they're gone, you're in the dark, literally. Don't underestimate this one. A $10 pack could be worth more than cash in a blackout scenario. Number 3, cash, yes, physical money. This one might surprise you, but hear me out. During disasters, ATMs go down, banks close. Credit card systems fail. When that happens, cash becomes king. But here's the twist. ATMs can only dispense so much before they run dry, and banks won't open during emergencies.
In Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, people stood in line for hours just to get $200, if they were lucky. And stores? Many refuse cards if the system is down, so without cash on hand, you can't buy anything, even if supplies are available. Experts recommend keeping at least $200 to $500 in small bills, because when digital money fails, paper money is the only thing that works, and when everyone realizes that at the same time, banks get mobbed, cash vanishes, fast. Now, the top 2 are the big ones, the things people will literally fight over. Number 2, toilet paper. Yes, really. Remember early 2020, when the pandemic hit and people cleared out every roll in America? That wasn't just panic, it was instinct. Toilet paper isn't food, but it's essential for hygiene, and when stores can't restock, it becomes a crisis within a crisis. Without proper sanitation, disease spreads. And unlike food, toilet paper isn't prioritized in emergency shipments. Water, medicine, fuel, those come first, so TP becomes a luxury. One survivor of the 2023 Midwest flood said, "We had food, we had water, but after a week, no toilet paper." People started using newspapers. It was brutal. So yeah, it's not silly, it's survival, and it disappears in the first 72 hours. And now, the number one thing that vanishes fastest in any crisis: medication, over-the-counter pain relievers. Specifically, Tylenol, Advil, aspirin. You're probably thinking, really? Just headache pills? But here's why. In a crisis, injuries increase, stress skyrockets, people get sick, and without access to doctors, these drugs become lifelines. A fever can turn deadly without Tylenol. A sprained ankle without ibuprofen, agony. And unlike prescription meds, these are easy to hoard, small, cheap, and sitting right at the checkout.
So when panic hits, people grab them by the handful. One pharmacy in Tennessee reported selling $6,000 worth of pain relievers in a single day before the storm hit. $6,000. That's not normal demand, that's survival mode. And once it's gone, good luck finding it. These aren't luxury items, they're medical essentials. And they're gone in less than 24 hours. Now let's talk about what this all means for you. You don't need to become a doomsday prepper with a bunker and a gun collection. But you do need to be smart. Start with a basic emergency kit. The government recommends a 70-hour supply of food, water, and essentials. But honestly, that's the bare minimum. If you want real security, aim for 2 weeks. Focus on shelf-stable foods, canned beans, rice, pasta, peanut butter. Don't forget a manual can opener, water purification tablets, or a filter, a battery-powered radio, extra batteries.
And yes, keep a stash of toilet paper, pain relievers, and baby formula if you need it. And listen, this isn't about fear. It's about freedom. The freedom to protect your family. The freedom to stay calm when everyone else is panicking. Because when the shelves go empty, the people who are ready aren't scared. They're prepared. But here's the thing. Most people won't do anything until it's too late. They'll wait for the news to say evacuate or shelter in place. By then, the stores are already empty. The gas stations are dry. The pharmacies are closed. And they're left with nothing. Don't be that person. Start small. This week, buy 1 extra case of water. Add a few cans of food to your pantry. Pick up an extra pack of batteries. Keep $100 in cash in a safe place. These tiny steps today could save your life tomorrow. And if you're thinking, this won't happen here, let me remind you, disasters don't care about your zip code. Power grids fail.
Hurricanes change paths. Cyber attacks happen in seconds. No place is immune. I'm not saying the world is ending. I'm saying that resilience starts with awareness. And now you know the 10 things that will vanish first. So what do you do now? First, hit that like button if this opened your eyes. It helps more people see this video and get prepared. Second, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We dive deep into real-world preparedness, survival skills, and how to protect your family without going overboard. New videos every week. And third, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What's the first thing you'd grab if you knew a crisis was coming? Food, water, medicine? Let's start a conversation. And if you've lived through a disaster, share your story. Your experience could help someone else survive. Before we go, one final thought. Survival isn't about strength or gear, it's about foresight.
It's about making one small decision today that changes everything tomorrow. The shelves won't stay full forever, but if you're ready, you'll never have to worry about what's missing. Stay smart, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.